All right. Hello, Gun Nation. How's everyone doing? I decided to go ahead and kick it off early. We'll wait a little bit. I'll do a quick roll call. We'll let everybody get in here. So we got some stuff to discuss. Got Bradley Tannehill. He came in early. Dennis Buckner, Milkman. Please be safe. He's waiting on some tornadoes. And man, prayers to all the victims of those tornadoes. That's freaking awful. I've been through tornadoes myself. They're not fun. Doobie is cleaning his new Shadow 2. That's awesome, man. Guy Comet, Mike High. Let's see. And I would like to hear, Doobie, if you've shot it yet. I guess Dubai is saying that also. Or Doobie. Or Milkman, I'm sorry. 80-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, that's a mess. Hello, Indy Irish. All right, Pistol Pete. So we got all the peeps in here. We'll still, more will be popping in. Did get some items here. Just got one of them in today, one of them in about a week ago, and I've been playing around with it, but I'm going to show them to y'all first. Nobody has seen them, haven't posted any pictures of them or anything, so we'll talk about them. I did want to go over a couple of quick things. Again, prayers to all the tornado victims. If you're affected in your areas or something, please let us know. If you've got links where people can help or whatever, that's great too. But I did want to go over my 2021 snapshot. YouTube sent them out to the YouTube creators. If you're a creator, you probably got one yourself. And here's what it is. In 2021, for 1 year, I had 4 million watch time minutes, which is pretty awesome for my channel size. I had 1 million total views, which is pretty cool. Also for 2021, I had 21,000 likes, 3,800 comments. And then for my lifetime highlights, I've had 101,000 likes and 100,000 comments. So I thought that was pretty cool. That's the first time I've seen YouTube send something out like that, but I thought it was kind of neat. I wanted to share it with y'all because y'all make it happen. Y'all are the ones that, do the likes. Y'all are the ones that leave the comments, and they're all appreciated. So I just wanted to thank y'all very much. I also went over 17,000 subscribers. Wish it was more, but I don't do the greatest content in the world. I am actually trying to piece videos together so you can get a longer video, maybe a more detailed of different shooting positions, different things that I'm doing. So I've kind of been sticking stuff together. I'm not the YouTube editor guy. I'm not the guru there by any means. I am just actually piecing these together in my phone on iMovie. So I'm just sticking the videos in there, putting some pictures in there, and hitting save the video. That's basically how I'm doing it. Don't know the music and all that stuff, but I just want to keep it simple, realistic. Y'all see the good and the bad, and that's how I do it. So, but let's see here. We will I think I missed some people. Hello, Tactical Firearms. How are you, man? Damn commercials. Wow. Okay, they're playing commercials. Well, what's been happening after I do these live chats, they're pretty much being demonetized. I don't know why. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not showing guns. I'm not doing any of that kind of stuff, but that's what's been happening with me. A lot of videos are being demonetized on my channel, so I think they hate me. What's up, Bald and Curious? Let's see here. A-Dubs, Fina. Hello, Fina. Big Al, how are you, sir? Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Oh, we got Let's Go, Brandon Yee Yee. All right. Thanks, man. I appreciate the congratulations. You have a fine channel. Thank you, Pistol Pete. I appreciate that. Tactical Farms, I'll get to 1,000 mark soon, working hard. Life Outlaws, I use iMovie too on my phone. Yeah, I'm not going to do a bunch of crap on my computer. I don't have time for it. I travel so much, so I'm just trying to do what I can do. Oh man, make an OnlyFans page. Yeah, we want calendars. Yeah, well, say I used to be good looking, but time does wonders to people. Let's see here. CZ Shadow, I am sending a 226 slide to Vulcan Machine Works, Optic Cut. John is great to work with. That's awesome, man. Yeah, they do good work. Very good work. It's the flag. It's the flags. Hello, Parts by Teddy. Long time no see, man. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Like I said, y'all all make it happen. It's because of y'all. And yes, I'm from Texas, and I say y'all. I don't say yous guys. So anyway, but let's get to it. one of the items that I got in is the Threat Cadre. If y'all remember, he was on the channel. We were talking about this for the staccato threaded barrels. I wanted to show you the comp and what it all comes with. Comes in a little bag like this. It does come with some directions, but of course y'all can go over that. I want to try to see if I can hold this up so you can kind of get the full effect. But this is what it looks like. It's just on the end of a pencil. So, and you'll notice that it does have the hole for your guide rod. So your guide rod goes through the end, of course, as it's, you know, going back and forth. Here's your comp portion. I want to kind of get you a side angle. So it is a 1-port comp. And it does actually have the serrations on the very front of it there. So you could, you know, it does have a little bit of serrations and you can definitely feel them. And there's the front view. But anyway, it does come with the Surefire shims. I don't know how well you can see that. There it is. So it does come with a shim pack. There's quite a bit of shims in here. If you can see them all. I don't want to take them all out because I don't want to lose them. And then it comes with a package of Surefire rock set. See if I can get it to focus. So it does come with some rock set. So it comes with everything that you need. And there are detailed instructions on there. So I will follow those. So I'm going to do a comparison of like no comp and then a comp. So I'll try to do it, you know, in slow motion, you know, the best I can. And, you know, I'll probably shoot 115, 124, maybe some 147. I've got some 147 also. And we'll just see how it recoils before and after. And anyway, I'm looking forward to it. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I do have the threaded barrel alloy P. So that will be going on there. So pretty excited about that. Just got that in today. Milkman is saying, yes, Vulcan was great on my Staccato C2. Yeah, I mean, they did good work. Good people. Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I love comps. Hello, Jay Howe. How are you doing, man? I love comps. Y'all all know that. I've got them on several guns. And I really enjoy comps. And a lot of people, I've heard this like thousands and thousands of times. People are like, you know, it's a 9mm. You don't need a comp, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I'll be the first to tell you, 9mm does not have a lot of recoil. However, if you can make it even flatter, why the hell not? The more accurate your tool is, the better you're going to be. So if it can increase accuracy, if it can shoot flatter, I mean, why not have it? I mean, and y'all probably know this, but I'm a little competition 22 that's all tricked out with the tandem cross, apex trigger, all that stuff. I've got a comp on a 22. And if y'all have seen the videos, which they're out there, when I shoot just regular crap bulk ammo, I mean, you can see the port. You can see that crap just shooting right up out of the top of it. The little damn thing works. The comp works on the 22. So, you know, you've got comps on ARs, you've got all these other things. I'm not saying you have to have one. I mean, I can shoot them without them. But if you can make it a little more accurate, a little more flat, why not? You know, God dang, it's America. Do what the hell you want to do. People get all wrapped around the axle. And a lot of people say all that shit because they're either poor or they are not educated or they don't want to buy a threaded barrel and then buy the comp. You know, they're just cheap or they just shoot it like they shoot it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying you have to buy a comp, but if you can just pull a little more out of it, why not try it? But let's see here. All right. Had to shut somebody off here. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Company recommendations for pin and weld for AR upper. I mean, pin and welding is not difficult. You can take it to pretty much most gunsmiths can do it. I mean, all in my area. I'm not sure about your particular area, but you know, they'll just put a pin in it, spot weld it, you're done. It's not hard. So I don't know exactly what state you're in. I can't remember ND Irish, but I'm sure you could just check with some gun stores, gunsmiths. And if they don't do it there, I know they know a place that does. So I never believed in comps with regular ammo. till I built my own Franken X5. Yeah, I mean, they work. And I know you personally have been giving me a lot of shit in the past saying, comps, you don't need comps. Bald was, and then of course he's joking around. We're buddies. But, he was busting my balls saying, you don't need this, you don't need that. Just shoot the gun. But now he's a believer on it. I mean, and there are some comps that work better than others, like the Harrington comp works really good on the Glock and the P10C. I do have some comps that, because the angle of it, the way that the port is, some are better than others. And I'll be honest with you, my primary machines, I mean, I'm always honest with y'all, my primary machine for my P10C, it's called the micro comp. It's really short. It doesn't really work that well. The longer one, the primary machine, the longer one for my P10C, it has dual ports, or excuse me, for my P07, the dual port version, the bigger version, works really well. So, just do some research if you're interested in one. That's why I'm really wanting to test this out. But from what I've seen on this threat cadre, it's legit. So I'm pretty excited. I shot a comp 9mm over the weekend. Anyone who says comps don't make a difference on 9mm is retarded. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I always say this, do what you want to do, but don't beat up someone because they either like it or they have confidence in it. That's like, I mean, I joke around about it, but if you love your Taurus and you love particular guns and stuff like that, man, do you. Don't listen to some idiot on fucking YouTube. Do what you want to do. Now, this will make it'll make the P almost the length of an XL. So I think an XL is 5.4 inches. This will make my P 5.3 inches. So I'm not really worried about it. I don't care about it. I mean, I've carried plenty of comp guns. I don't really care. I've carried the longest gun that I've personally carried in my pants, appendix, is a 5-inch. So this will be 5.3, and I'm not really worried about that. So, and it'll be, of course, with the light. Pistol Pete has some words of wisdom for all of us. FJB, we all know what that means. Let's go, Brandon. All right. Dark Nature saying, I stuck a Tyrant comp on my G19 MOS recently, but haven't shot it yet. It shot damn good before I stuck it on, and all comps will matter more on some models than others. Yeah, I mean, that's true. So, and what's funny is a lot of people say that comps only work. Now, this one, just so you know, it will work with 115, 124, 147, 150. So you don't have to change springs out. That's the way it was designed. I've put some comps on and they're real finicky with springs. You've got to adjust springs and all that bullshit. And I didn't want to mess with that. I wanted one that would run all ammo, and this one will. So, or supposedly will. So we're going to be testing that. And the ones that won't run all ammo, I just take them off. I mean, I've got a couple of them that are just so damn picky, but they're older versions. So nothing current that I've dealt with. So let's see. Gregory is saying, hello, I'm wondering if the comps are comps for conversion barrels. Now, I don't know. I mean, I've got comps on 9mm, of course, 300 blackouts, AR-15s, 308s, 22s. See, I'm trying to think if I have one. I don't have one for a 45, but I have shot one on a 45 before, and it helped. All of my comps for pistols are 9mm and 22, so I don't know. I mean, I've bought silencer coal barrels. They've worked great for me. That's what I've got in my Glocks, both of my Glocks. I also have a Glock 17L, which is already 6 inches, and it's got a 1.5 inch comp on it. So that bad bitch is 7.5 inches long. And it works. It works. So again, it's only 9mm, but you can tell the difference with it. So I don't, you know, I don't know if it's for your particular barrel, but oh, yes, 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 yes. I have not ever used one of those. I do know what you're talking about. I've never used one, so I don't need. I don't know. I have seen them. I think Strike Industries makes one also. I think they do. I've never personally used one of those, so I really don't know, and I don't want to speak out of turn. If y'all know if I've used it, I'll tell you. But if I haven't, I'll tell you also. Let's see here. Also, I wanted to share something with you. I thought was kind of funny. I had a company, you know, and y'all know that I live in Texas. I love to support Texas companies. And I had a company reach out to me called Texas Precision Optics. So they were like, hey, we'd love to, you know, send you some items, have you check them out, see what you think, blah, 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 blah. And I saw Texas Precision Optics. And I'm like, didn't really know that we had an optic company in Texas, honestly. So I looked them up, did some research. I haven't talked to them or anything. I looked them up. From what I can see, it's a bunch of airsoft stuff. It looks dominantly airsoft. Super cheap optics. I'm not saying that they wouldn't work. They do not look robust. The red dots all look like airsoft, and they're trying to have this, you know, off the boat. I'm just trying to be nice. Off the boat tactical look, and I'm not into that. Matter of fact, they had a scope. It was kind of like a red dot scope, and it had a red dot on the top. So it was a scope, but it had a red dot on the top. It had a laser on the side. It had a freaking flashlight on the other side. It looked like a monstrosity of shit. And so, needless to say, I'm not even going to respond to these people because I'm not interested in any of that crap. I was looking at the price points and things like that. Not saying price is a big factor, but it looks like a bunch of just junk. Maybe out Amazon crap and stuff like that. And I'm just not into those type of optics. But if somebody has one and they say that they're good, hell, they might be. I'm just not interested in them. So, hello, Felipe. How are you? Hey, man, from Brazil. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Yeah, and also YouTube notified me that I guess most of my viewers are from America, Canada, Czech Republic, Taiwan, and South Africa. I thought that was kind of strange, but I mean, I figured with the Canada, you know, maybe CZs and stuff like that, but didn't know about the South Africa, or you know, I thought that was kind of interesting. And the Czech Republic, probably from CZ, but I thought that was pretty neat. You know, you're kind of getting all across the board, so that's awesome from Brazil. But let's see if there's something else. Oh, also, I wanted to ask y'all, and I'll show you this in just 1 second. I've got another thing, but I am going to be trying out this threat cadre on the P, so we'll get that put on there. And again, I'm going to try to film. As of next week, I'll be off for a while, really till the end of the year, or past the end of the year. So got a bunch of time. I'm going to burn it, and you know, probably do a bunch of shooting and stuff like that. So I'll be spending a lot of time at Texas Gun Experience and stuff like that if anybody's interested. Um, Again, if you're in the tornado paths, if you've been hit by tornadoes, prayers to all of y'all. That's a freaking nightmare. I've been in personally 2 tornadoes. I was a younger kid and I was in the DeSoto, Texas tornado. I was at my grandfather's farm and we got hit there. And then I was in a Waxahachie tornado and it lifted up the back of the car and threw us in the ditch. So we were trying to outrun the tornado, which was not my idea. It was my aunt's. Not a good idea. So I've been through 2 monster tornadoes and tore the houses up. I mean, we came back to the house and nothing was there. So prayers to all the people that are affected by this. Both of those when I was younger. But what I wanted to ask y'all, okay, what are your goals in shooting? Do you have any? Do you want to be a USPSA Grandmaster? Or do you just want to shoot for fun or for defense or just personal protection? You know, do you have goals in shooting? Because I've been asked that, you know, what are my goals in shooting? And I mean, I've been shooting for a long time, you know, used to do bullseye and stuff when I was younger, way younger, had way better eyesight. And, you know, I just did that as a kid and I did it with a 45. Matter of fact, to shoot in this bullseye league way back in the day, for one of my counties, you had to be 16, but I was 12. But I mean, when I was 12, I looked like I was way bigger than most 16-year-old kids. So mean, I had like, I could grow facial hair at 12 years old. I think I started shaving when I was like 12 or 13. So I didn't have any problem passing as a lot older. Um, anyway, so I did that, and shot with a bunch of older guys, and it was a lot of fun. And then I've done USPSA. I haven't really done any hardcore tactical stuff, just with friends. I'm not a tactical guru, not ex-military or law enforcement. I don't ever claim to be or pretend to be. I'm just me. But just wanted to know, do y'all just shoot for fun? Hobby, target practice, self-defense, just to be proficient? What y'all's deal? Let's see here. Hello, Captain Phil. How are you? He is saying, still haven't heard from Holosun after 15 days. Had to email them, and they said their warranty department is behind right now. I'm sure it is. They're probably, honestly, since those are made in China. We all know that. They're probably on a slow boat from China, so they're waiting for those to come in. And if they have to replace yours, I mean, they've probably maybe even looked at it and know they're going to have to replace it. They might not have any replaceable units because all this crap is so far behind. So that definitely does suck for you. Um, Hopefully they'll get you fixed up pretty quickly. I mean, they did at that particular time with me for that magnifier, but they had it in stock and all that stuff. And of course, it wasn't, all the shipping issues they're having now, or that everybody's having now. Congratulations for channel. It's very incredible. Hey, I appreciate it, Felipe. Thank you so much. Just check my YouTube snapshot, and calling me Yankee Doodle out on his BS is still number one. Yeah. My number one video, I actually reposted it, or one of my number one videos, I think after 2 years, is actually talking about dots. I reposted it on the community if you want to go in and see it. I think it's got 280,000 views. It's not my most viewed. I think it's my most viewed within 2 years or something. It's got 280,000 views. And I actually talk about red dots. So it's the Trijicon RMR versus the Holosun versus the Delta Point Pro versus the SRO. So I just kind of go over all of them, give my opinions. Now, that was 2 years ago. So if you watch that video and if you know me now, some things have changed. So, and you'll pick up on it on that video. So, but take a look at it if you want to. If you haven't already seen it, that's why I just reposted it on the community if you want to check it out. But my thing was, has my opinion changed? And if you know me, I'll just give it away. It has changed, but only on one optic. And there's a reason for that. Let's see here. Okay. Pistol Pete is saying, stay proficient and be ready if when needed. Okay. Milkman is saying fun and defense. Fun and personal protection. I'm assuming that's what PP means. That's what I would take it as. Hello, Lynn Holt. How are you, man? Okay, Bald and Curious is saying, I'd like to make A class and carry optics next year and maybe get back to IDPA and make some master in the rest of the classes. That's cool, man. Tactical firearms for self-defense and hopefully competition is my goal. That's cool. Saying, hopefully I get a Manus Blackbeard for Christmas. Those are pretty neat. I haven't used they asked me if I wanted one. And I've just got so much stuff going on and testing different things. I did not ask for it. I could get one if I wanted it. But man, the Mantis products are no joke. I love the Mantis X. That is my favorite. I have the laser. It's very cool. However, I still prefer the X or the 10 Elite or whatever. I do prefer that one the most. That is my favorite. Matter of fact, it's the one I use the most. I've got it somewhere buried on this damn desk. I've got so much crap on here, but it's right here on this desk somewhere. It's in the little I don't know where the hell it is. Anyway, it's on this desk somewhere. I've got two huge desks right here. These are like the steel or stainless steel desk. Let's see here. Felipe is saying, I'm an enthusiast firearms, studying guns for research, my books, and self-defense. Cool. Fun and self-defense. Ohio Gear. Be as cool as Flannel Daddy one day. Yeah. I mean, he does some cool stuff. I enjoy hanging with some like-minded people. Yes, I mean, that's what I enjoy. I enjoy, talking to y'all, having conversations with y'all. Y'all give me a lot of video ideas. Oh, Huskies. I'm glad you asked that. Okay, and I'll be, me, I'm honest. This bourbon is shit. It's freaking horrible. It's the nastiest shit I've ever had in my life. It's called Bar Stoops or something like that. It's gross. I don't recommend anybody buy it. Matter of fact, an acquaintance, I don't want to say a friend, we had a party at the house and everybody brought whiskey and wine and all that crap. And he was like, "Oh, this stuff's so good," and da 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 da. And he left it here. And he's like, "I want you to just drink all of it. It's so good." I took a drink of it and almost puked. Okay, so I've got it mixed. So I've got it mixed with some Coke Zero just so I can choke it down. Because I hate to just pour it out. I mean, it is bourbon, but man, it's nasty as hell. So, and I'm not really a bourbon snob. I've got expensive bourbons, and then I've got, like Buffalo Trace, 40 Creek, all that stuff, and I love that stuff. It's great and it's well priced. Even the new Yellowstone, which is the Yellowstone show, their bourbon's really good too. But this stuff is nasty as hell, so don't buy it. But I'm trying to choke it down. Man, A-Dubs almost spit that shit all over my computer. It's so bad you wouldn't give it to a homeless guy. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It almost came out of my nose. Yeah, that was bad. Whew. So, yeah, I don't recommend this to anybody. Let's see here. Use a 6.5 Creedmoor deer hunting this year. I'm no sniper, but I can shoot. That caliber is too unforgiving to hunt with for me. Back to 30-06 for me. I mean, y'all know I'm an old 308 guy. I like 6.5. I mean, I think it's awesome, but I'm not going to shoot a deer 1,000 yards. So, that's, I mean, my farthest deer shot, killing a deer, I think it was the one you can see right up there. His nickname's Billy Jack. But that deer right there, I shot at 375 yards, I think. That's the farthest I've ever had to kill a deer. I've seen them way farther, but they were like in the brush and shit like that on our land. Let's see here. My brother-in-law is a bourbon guy, wanting to get him a good Texas bourbon for Christmas. What do you suggest? Actually, there's a good one called Texas Bourbon. It's TX Bourbon. It's actually pretty good. Yellowstone is not made in Texas. Trying to think. We have another one. It's out in past Sanger. God, what is the name of it? I've never tried it, but somebody said it was good. You could probably Google like Texas bourbons and maybe look them up. I'm trying to think. God, there is one that I have somewhere. Damn, what is the name of it? Is it Yellow Rose? It might be Yellow Rose or something with the Yellow Rose, something to do with Yellow Rose. And it's actually pretty good too. So if you're wanting to get a specific Texas made bourbon, I don't think you have a lot of choices, honestly. Lucky 7 12-year. I don't know if I've ever had that. I'll try that. Okay, yeah, text me a pic of that. Tionic Distillery bourbon, maple flavor, kind of expensive, but damn good. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I've had flavored bourbons before and I actually like them. I'm kind of an old school guy. I like a little bit of bite. I like shit some people probably would think was a little harsh. Because I just like a bite. I like a really strong bourbon. Some people like a 80 proof. I like a 95 to 101. So I do like a little more bite. And I'm not a rye guy. So if it has a lot of rye in it, I'm not a big fan of rye. 270. Yeah, I've got 270, 243. I mean, as far as just designated deer rifles, he was shot with a 243. But I've got 270, 243, 8 millimeter, 308. What else do I have? Oh, I've got a 7 millimeter, but I don't really ever shoot the 7 millimeter. I've got a bunch of guns y'all have never seen. They're just in a freaking safe. It's really one of my safes that's kind of it's a big safe, but it's just, I don't use any of this shit safe, and it's just there. You know, so Wild Turkey Rare Breed, I have had that and I do like it. It's actually really good. Let's see here. Me, the people. Hello, y'all. Hello. Hello. How are you? Um, Killed like 3 deer with a 6.5. The two that didn't drop, I was lucky to find absolutely no blood trail. Mr. What is your opinion about low light shooting? What do you suggest techniques for beginners and advanced low light shooting? Okay, y'all all know I am not a trainer. I never claim to be. Um, but of course, to practice, you can have an empty gun, you know, that way. And of course, good trigger discipline, have your light on in your house. You know, if you don't want to shine it right at a white wall, it could bounce back. You know, you can actually aim it at the floor. And most good lights, like stream lights, TLR1 HLs, even the TLR7A, which is 500 lumens, or the X300. I don't have any experience with the new Mod Light 350, but you know, you can shine it at the floor. It'll light up a room. You could shine it as you're walking, you know, keep it away, of course, but you could shine it on the ceiling. It's going to light up the room. You don't necessarily have to point it. You know, you can walk through your home with the low ready position. It's going to light up what you want to see. But, and then just practice in your home and stuff like that. And then if you want to go to an outdoor range where you're able to, you can practice that when it's evening if they'll allow it. But like I said, I'm not a trainer. I just do what I do. You know, there's plenty of true trainers to seek professional advice from. I'm just a normal guy. Let's see here. Brandon is saying, I got a C2 limited and just put a 508T green dot. And I think it's my new favorite carry gun, even over my P. Yeah, I've said this before. The C2 is just an incredible pistol. I mean, I've shot my P a lot and I've shot my C2 a lot. And now on my C2, I did take the SRO off. I put it over on the Masterpiece Arms 2011 because you can't get SROs. They're non-existent right now. You can't get them. I was going to buy another one and just put it on it, but so I did put the 508T green on my C2, just like yourself, and I actually like it. It's a great little dot. I've got it pretty much dialed in now. I've got a video coming out where you'll see me dialing it in and shooting it. You know, it's a fantastic gun. A lot of people have asked, is it, you know, have a lot of recoil? Is it too flippy? Is it all this other stuff? I am not recoil sensitive at all. I'm just not the recoil sensitive guy. I just shoot it, and you know, I'm not the guy that flinch, you know, does all this crazy stuff. And it's a freaking 9mm. I mean, even shooting 10mm and all that, I mean, I'm just not recoil sensitive. So, you know, it is an alloy frame. It weighs about the same as a Glock 19, pretty damn close. So if you can shoot a Glock 19 or a P10C, you can damn sure shoot a C2. But I just love the shit out of that C2. I even have a video. And it's basically this little SOB. That's what I say in the video, but y'all know what SOB means, and I say it in the video. But that's the title of the video. And I show what I can do with it, and I show why I like it. So if you want to check that video out, you can. But it's a great, great carry gun. It is my favorite right now. I've got, you know, tons of carry guns. Y'all have all seen them. But ever since I got it, you know, I had to prove it. So I put over 1,000 rounds. I mean, I was carrying it at like 300 or 400 rounds in, but I kept monitoring it, kept shooting it every weekend. And that thing has it's probably got close to 4,000 rounds through it. And I'm not joking. Y'all have all seen all the videos. I've done tons of videos with that gun. And it's a fabulous gun. Love it. So if you want a small 2011, I highly recommend it. The P is bigger. And this is another reason everybody's asked why I got the P alloy. I got the P alloy to match the C2 alloy, just a bigger version. When I hang a light on it, it's going to have the X300 on it. So I didn't want to get a P steel, which is already heavy, and then put a light on it because it's going to be even heavier, because I'll carry the P also. I mean, I'm not a little guy. I can carry big guns. So that's another reason I wanted to run the comp, test it with the comp on it a lot, the Threat Cadre comp, make sure that it's going to be good to go. And I've already got a holster for the P with the X300, and I'll be carrying it. And that's probably going to happen pretty soon. I've just got to test out this comp really, really well before. And I'm sure it's going to work fine, but I just want to see the difference and go from there. Reloading from the hot pot has the CZ-TSO. I saw you posted that up. That's cool, man. Yeah, I mean, I love my TSO. It's a great gun. Super, super great gun. Yeah, and I even talk about it in the video, and I'll go ahead and tell you all the videos already made. But I talk about, I've got the stigmatism. Matter of fact, I went to the eye doctor. I don't know if I told you, I went to the eye doctor, and my stigmatism has actually gotten better. And I was like, how the hell does your stigmatism get better? I thought your eyes get worse. And she said your eyesight can get progressively worse, which mine has not changed. My eyesight's exactly the same. I'm still 20/20 distance. It's just, got the old man reading. I got to move my head back or wear some readers, which happens. But my stigmatism has actually gotten one click better. And she explained to me your eyes are tissue. They kind of grow, they change, things like that. They can get better, they can get worse, but I got one click better. I still have astigmatism, but it is better. It did not change my prescription in any way. So I still have my shooting glasses. I still have my regular clear glasses. I do prefer my Oakley prescription glasses. And what it does when I'm looking at the dot with no glasses on or just regular plain clear shooting glasses that don't have the prescription, I'll get a little bit of the fuzz, in my dot. I mean, sometimes a little more. I put these on, it actually takes the fuzz and it clears it up. It's not a perfect dot, but it is a dot that really doesn't have any fuzz around it. It's just not a perfect pinpoint dot, but it actually makes it much better. So the glasses do help. I just get pissed off sometimes and don't want to wear glasses. But to see if the green dot is better than the red dot, I prefer green fiber optics, and I like the green on the Holosun. I don't have a preference yet. I like the red, I like the green. I guess I haven't shot the green one enough to say that I 1000% like the green better or like the red better. And that's probably going to come. It just hasn't yet. So, I think both of them are fine. It might be, you might just love the green. I like the green a lot. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a favorite yet, so to say. 7.62, anybody having luck getting 7.62 by 39? Very difficult to find here in Northern Illinois. Yeah, we have tons of it here. I mean, Academy has a bunch of it. You can get Tula, you can get their brand. I see a bunch of it. At Academy, and even my local gun store has it too. It's not super, super cheap like it used to be, but, I see it everywhere. But it could be different areas too. Let me catch back up here real quick. Big Johnson Guns and Gear, all them carrots you've been eating help your eyesight. No, I mean, I don't eat a lot of carrots, but I like carrots. And now I just think it's just, that's what happens when you get older. Big J, any primers there in Texas? Yes, I have seen primers. They're not super cheap yet, but I have seen them in San Antonio. There's a place there called Nagels, Nagles. They sell them. I think you can buy 1,000 of them a day, and they have CCI primers. The last I was in there, they have Federal primers. I think those were the two that they had, but they weren't really cheap, but they did have them in stock, and they had a lot of them. But I think you could only buy like either 500 or 1,000 a day. Hello, Floridian. How are you? Meet the people. I'm in North DFW. What part of Texas are you in? Assumed by the flag. I'm in the same area you're in, boss. North Texas. Reloading from hot pot. I've been through both red, green, and finally decided to stick with red. Cheaper. Yeah, I mean, the red is cheaper. What I'm trying to do, I mean, I don't want to just tell people, oh, yeah, go buy green, because everybody's eyes are different. Now, I did actually talk to my ophthalmologist, and I asked, if y'all saw that I posted a picture, I always take a slide with the dot with me to have my eyes checked, because when she's got those machines on me, I hold the dot out, to get it as clear as possible. and they let me bring the slide in. They're really cool people. Matter of fact, two of the doctor that I deal with carries, she's a lady, and one of the receptionists up front carries, and she's a lady. So they're totally cool with it. But what's funny is none of them had ever seen a red dot. They've had guys bring in scopes, but never a red dot. So they were like, "What's that?" They thought it threw a laser up on the wall. They didn't know that you look through it, and it, the emitter puts it up on the glass. So I was showing them. They're like, "Oh, that's really cool." And what's funny is one of them goes, "Oh yeah, I see a really clear dot." And then another person was like, "What's a little fuzzy? Is something wrong with it?" And I was like, "You have astigmatism." And they're like, "Yeah, I do." And I'm like, "There you go. That's why it's a little fuzzy." But yeah, I mean, I just, what I'm going to do also just for myself, I don't know if I'll film it, but I'm going to test like a red one and a green one side by side to try to see, if my eyes pick them up better. But she told me that the human eye picks up green better, that all human eyes should pick up a green better. But, she said it could vary with a little bit of stigmatism and things like that. And also it really comes down to a preference. So I don't know if there is, that's just what she was telling me. Let's see here. Diagnosed with mild astigmatism when I was younger. Just now getting pistol optics. Got an optic on a P09, and I do see a little start burst. Never noticed it when using optics on rifles in the military. Exactly. That's exactly what they told me, CeeLo. When I was younger, never had a problem with scopes, and I don't really with etched reticles at all. However, with red dots, even on rifles, I see a starburst, but it was over years before I started noticing it, because when I was shooting ARs with red dots, I had a perfect dot, no issues. But as I got older and my eyes got progressively worse, it happened. So, it is what it is. But I'll just let you know that prescription glasses for astigmatism do work. I could get contacts also. I just don't want to get contacts just for astigmatism personally, because when during the day it's, when I'm looking around, it's nothing bad. Also, what I have noticed with the glasses, when I wear my clear ones at night and you get those headlights coming at you with a little prism effect, by wearing the glasses, it actually does help even driving at night and stuff like that. And I can see a little clearer at my distances with just wearing those glasses. So it does tune up my distance too. I still have 20/20 normally without the glasses, but it actually makes it clearer at distance. So that's what it's done for me. Big Johnson Guns and Gear. Whenever you find primers for less than $60 per thousand, just buy them. Once you got a pile, ship them to me. I mean, I've been doing this, Bald. I've actually called Humble. I've called other guys, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm standing right here in front of primers. How many do you need?" And they're saying, "What's the price?" I said, "Well, it's a little high, but do you need them really bad?" And I'm giving them the price, and they're like, "No, that's a little bit too much." So when I see them, I do ask. I assembled a new traveling companion, 11.3 AR with law folder and a Vertex backpack, Streamlight ProTac HLX. That's a really good light. And a Holosun 407 green, first green dot. Cool. Yeah, I mean, y'all have seen my truck gun, so to say. It's a dual gun, and y'all have seen that. It's the ultimate truck gun. That's the name of the video. And I carry that thing all over the place. So that way I've got 5.56 and 300 blackout when I need it. And really, the 5.56 is more for if I want to go to the range when I'm out of town, something to that effect. My main one would be 300 blackout. They both have cloud defense rains on them, so they are set up exactly the same. They're both 12.5, both the same optics. One is for a 5.56, one is for a 300 blackout. They've got the primary arms prism scopes on them. The 2x, they both have cloud defense rains. I'm using the same lower. So one is just, they're actually different colored uppers, but they both blend with the lower. So it's a really cool setup. It was custom built for me. It does have a special serial number on it, so no one can buy that one. But I love it. Thing shoots awesome. They're both tuned perfectly for my suppressor. So if I suppress it with the 5.56 or use the same suppressor on the 300 blackout, I've got the same ejection pattern for both. So I did have to put an A2 buffer in. What did I put it in? I had to put the A2 buffer in the 5.56. Did not have to tune, or excuse me, had to put the A2 buffer in the lower, but it works perfect for both uppers. So I don't have to change it back out for each upper. My doctor's Korean. Not sure how he'd feel about me breaking out the AR about AR. Hey, you never know, man. He could be a rooftop. Man, those guys are some badasses. You know, they will protect their businesses. So he could be like, hey, here's mine right here. So, or he could just bring in your optic. You know, I'm sure people have done that before. Yes, Frantic. Dimming the red dot helps me too. My eyes suck, so I always wear glasses. And I agree with the red dot. If you want to dim it down to make it smaller, it will blister less. However, if you are in the dark or if you're carrying with a light, I just had a question on this today. A gentleman asked me, he said, what about if you have to turn on your light? Will your dot dim? And if you've got your brightness setting, say for daytime, and you've got it, you know, very tuned to where it's precise. If you go out with that same setting in the dark and you turn on your flashlight on your gun, your dot is going to be super dim. So you can either leave it on manual if you have that option, and some of them will pick up. What I always do is just, if it's dark, I look down because I carry appendix, and I'll just, you know, push the button up, push the button down, and I know it's set where I need it for day or light or night. So that's what I do, because if, you know, I have to light up that light, you know, I want to be good to go. So that's just what I do. I just say adjust accordingly. Let's see here. Big Johnson Guns and Gear. You got any of them enclosed rounds on your pistols? Them boxes looking rounds. I don't know if you're speaking English, Bald, but I don't know what the hell you're saying. Enclosed rounds on your pistols. I don't know. Speak English and let me know what the hell you're talking about. I'll return my work, Mr. Big Johnson. Happy New Year's and Merry Christmas. God bless you and your family. Lord bless America. Thank you so much, Felipe. I really appreciate you tuning in and checking us out. Thank you so much, and you be safe out there too. Good advice. Thanks. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I mean, when I'm in a mall, like, or not a mall, I don't go to malls very much, but if I go into a retail outlet, once I'm in there, I'll just kind of go over in the corner, you know, and just lift up, look down, adjust. That would be for indoor lighting. And then when I start to walk outside, once I get outside, I just look down. I mean, all you're doing is lifting your shirt up, you know, and if there's not anybody around, they're not going to see it. And then I just push the button up or down, and you can really do it, you know, kind of pull your shirt in a little bit, and then your buttons are right there, you know, up and down, especially on the SRO. The Holosun, the buttons are a little smaller. You just have to know where they are, the plus and the minus, and you're just doing it from the inside, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I mean, just plan accordingly. And honestly, straight up, there's been times where I walk in and I forget to do it. So, you know, but I look at it this way: inside of a building, if there's light everywhere, unless somebody kills the power, I'm probably not going to use the flashlight. But outdoor, I'm definitely going to use the flashlight, you know, if I need to. If I'm not going to use the one in my pocket, because I carry one in my pocket and on the gun, because you don't want to pistol wave somebody and light them up if you don't need to. But if you know stuff's going down and you hear bang, bang, then I'm not worried about brandishing or throwing a light on if I need to. I would just go with the low ready. I wouldn't just point it right at them till I know who they are. Let's see here. Oh, enclosed red dot sight RDS. Yeah, I mean, I have the. Let's see what you're asking me. Do I have any RDS? Oh, I don't have the. I don't have any of the aim point yet. I'm waiting for the aim point P2. You know, they've corrected it, got the new battery. It's supposed to be really longevity and all that good stuff. And I will buy an aim point 2 whenever they come out. They've just been delayed so freaking long. I mean, I know a lot of people are waiting on them, but I am on a list to get one. So as soon as Texas Gun Experience gets them in, you know, hopefully I'll get one of the first ones. Has anybody tried that new Meprolite, or they came out with a new one? No, I'm sorry, Steiner. Steiner came out with a new one. Primary Arms has it, and it has supposedly takes the acro mount. You know, I don't have any experience with it. I kind of wanted to see one in the store so I could look through it, kind of get an idea of it. But I think Primary Arms actually has them in stock, and they've been selling them. There's only like one review on YouTube, and it's or just not from the company. It's from an individual, but it's not a long, detailed review. It's just kind of him shooting it and showing it, that kind of stuff. So I just don't have any experience with it, but on the Steiner. But I do want to try the aim point when it comes out. They're not going to be cheap. I think they're like $5.99. But let's see here. Any other questions y'all can think of? I'll go ahead and show this. And I've said this before, I've got USPSA rigs and all that stuff. And I think I've said this before. When I'm at the range and I'm practicing and all that stuff, I enjoy my battle belt setup more than I do my USPSA race rig or whatever you want to call it. Not that anything's wrong with it. It's just if stuff were to hit the fan or something happened, I'm damn sure not going to throw on my USPSA race rig and start running around trying to take care of business. I'm going to throw on my battle belt because I've got tourniquet, I've got medical gear, I've got everything on it, AR mags, I've got other staccato mags, stuff like that. So when I'm practicing dry fire, stuff like that, I do prefer to have my battle belt on. And so I do have a new holster. I'll go ahead and show it. It is camo wrapped. I had QVO Tactical make this for me. It is OD green on the inside, so the shell is OD green, and the outside is actually fabric wrapped camo. I don't know how well you can see it. And it does have the QLS system for the Safariland on it, so you can adjust a little bit of the cant to get it just like you want it. And it is kind of a low cut, so I can run my Masterpiece Arms 2011. I can run all of my staccatos in here with an X300. This one does take the X300 only, but Roger and the guys built this one up for me. I think it's pretty cool, and I've been dry firing with it. I really do like it. We're just going to see how it holds up. Y'all are the first to see it. I haven't posted any pictures of it. I've been dry firing with it, playing around with it. I have not taken it to the actual range yet. I'll be doing that over the vacation. So I'll be going up there with the battle belt on there and, just doing some mag changes and stuff from the belt, playing around with it or testing it. And I'll have more to follow. But you did a really good job on it. I like it. So let's see here. Hello, Chris Davis. How are you? DC, I have not shot a Tavor 7. I've shot the Tavor 5.56, but I have not shot the Tavor 7. That's the shotgun, the 12 gauge. I haven't shot it. Bullpups, I mean, I'm not saying they're bad. They're just different. The triggers, because, it's not an AR trigger, you've got the longer linkage. Some of the triggers are trash. I'm just being honest with you. They're not that great. But you can buy upgraded triggers, but they're like $250 for a trigger pack. So you're buying the Tavor, then buying a trigger pack. It's not like a regular AR trigger. You can just throw in any AR. You've got the rear mag. The ejection's weird. If you're left-handed, I mean, you can switch some of these over left or right. It does have a really good balance because the weight is more in your shoulder and it's not out, doing that. An AR platform versus a bullpup platform. I'm AR platform all day long. That's what I know. That's what I know the most of. If you're looking for something right off the bat and you can't have a pistol and you want a shorter barrel length, the bullpup is the way to go because it's, the barrel's all the way to the back. So you're getting a 16-inch barrel in a compact size. But, like I said, I shot it. It shot fine. Didn't have any problem. The trigger really wasn't that great, and I do like a nice, crisp, lighter trigger. It is what it is, but I do prefer the AR platform, in my opinion. Let's see here. I need one of those MCX Raptors 12.5308. Well, I have a 12.5308. It's a POF, and it's a freaking beast. So I've had that thing for 2 years now. I did have problems when it first came out. The BCG gas block let loose, but got a new hole bolt carrier group since then. No issues. It's been running great. So Let's see here. From shooting some low light IDPA matches, I noticed that when shooting red dot and you have some ambient light just to identify target, you don't need light to hit what you're aiming for. Yeah, I mean, that makes total sense. I mean, as long as you can make out if it's a bad guy and he's not holding a cell phone, he's holding a gun or a knife. Yeah. I mean, but if it's pitch dark alley or something like that, you definitely want to light up what you're going after. Let's see here. Keith Gregory is asking Big Johnson Guns and Gear. Do you have any concealed carry insurance? If so, what company? Yes, I do. I used to be a long, long time ago with Texas Law Shield for the last 5 years, and I was with them for like 4 or 5 years. I think it's the last 4 or 5 years I've been with FLP. It's Firearms Legal Protection. I'm not, an ambassador for them or anything like that, but they offered more features. And Texas Law Shield does too. This just offers more. They have red flag protection, which, some other ones do not. They actually have cleanup protection, meaning if I have to use it, there's going to be a mess. So they pay, I think, I don't know, $15 to $2,000 cleanup for that. Also, they do have up to $1,000. If you don't get your gun back, they'll pay up to $1,000. They have a lot of benefits that Texas Law Shield did not have. That's why I decided to flip over with them. They have an emergency button. You can just press either on the app, or I've got the number programmed in my phone so I can press it, whatever state I'm in. It goes straight to an attorney, not some kind of phone bank thing, and they get you somebody. It is not a pooled insurance company like USCCA. They handle civil and criminal, so I'm protected with both, and it does not limit out. So there are some, and I'm telling you, all these people that are recommending certain companies on YouTube need to read the fine print. I did. So it's not a pooled, like, okay, you've maxed out, so we don't cover you anymore. There's no limit, so it doesn't max out. And if you're found not guilty, of course, you don't pay a dime. But if you just go out and start doing something stupid, that's a whole different ballgame with any of them. But that's the one that I use. And like I said, I'm not an ambassador for them, but Firearms Legal Protection is the one that I use. I heard you mention Texas Gun Experience. I'll probably be there Friday around 6 for Full Auto Friday. I went last Friday for my first time. Yeah, that Full Auto Friday is badass. They have over 250 machine guns. You can go and rent. Now, for Full Auto Friday, they put out 5 of them. They choose them, but you have no gun rental fee, and your mags full. I think it's what are they, 20 rounds? I think for 20 rounds, it's like $20, something like that. And you can shoot as many of those 5 as you want, and there's no gun rental fee. So they do offer the Full Auto Friday, and it's really badass. I mean, me personally, I've shot a ton of full auto. I mean, it's cool, it's fun. If you haven't done it, I highly recommend it. And I would think I was up there for 1 or 2 of those, just talking to people and stuff like that. They asked me if I wanted to come up there, so I did. And I've shot some of their machine guns already, but yeah, they've got some really awesome ones. I mean, they've got the Scar, which is one of my favorites, or excuse me, the Saw, which is one of my favorites. They've got the MP5s and all that stuff, but I've shot those at other outings. They're a lot of fun. But like I said, and I've said this in the past, nothing's wrong with full auto. It should be 1000% legal. It should be. But for precision and stuff like that, it's fun to go out there and chunk some rounds. But is full auto my thing? Not really, but everybody should be able to have it. Oh, the Tavor 7 is 308. Which one is the Tavor 12 gauge? I'm sorry. I guess I got them mixed up. Is it the Tavor 12 maybe? That's the one I was thinking of, but I have not shot that in a 308. I have not. Now, a buddy of mine has the Desert Tech. He's got the Desert Tech, which is pretty damn nice in 308. The neat thing about that is you can change the 308 barrel into a 6.5 barrel. It's a quick change setup on the Desert Tech, and the Desert Tech does have a nicer trigger, but they're also way more money. But yeah, he loves his. Thanks, Me the People. I appreciate it. Oh, Guy Comet is with FLP. Cool, man. Like I said, I'm not trying to push anything or anyone. I just, I was with Texas Law Shield for a while, and then I was like, you know what? I need to start looking for other coverage, or I guess more coverage for the same money, and it just fits all of my boxes. So, Bald, I'm not sure if FLP is available in New York. I really don't know. I've got, where the hell's my phone? Oh, here it is. I mean, it's actually kind of cool. They, like if you can put in, you've got your LTC for Texas and it shows all the states. Of course, I can't carry in New York, but I think I can carry with my Texas. I think I can carry in all of them except like 5 states. Of course, California, New Jersey, New York, Maine, and I wonder if it's Connecticut. I can't remember. I could look at it, but I don't want to take away from the show right this second. I don't know, Bald. You could check with them and see. I mean, you could probably just go on their website and check it out. But any other questions? We're getting close. But yeah, so I'm going to be testing a bunch of stuff. Starting Monday, I'll be doing a lot of range time, blowing through some more ammo. I just went to the range this past weekend. I shot the Shadow 2, the C2 Duo. I shot the Staccato P, and y'all just saw the video that was released, or if you haven't seen it, I think it's pretty damn good, on the Masterpiece Arms DS9 Hybrid. I put that first video out where it was kind of breaking itself in. Now it will, if you haven't seen the video, it will shoot the MBX mags, of course. It will shoot Staccato mags. No problems at all with any of that right now. But sorry about that. But it's running like a sewing machine. It's actually doing very, very well. So really enjoying it. But yep. But if you want to check out that video, a lot of people were saying, "Hey man, great job on the editing and stuff like that." I just threw it all in iMovie and kind of threw it all together because y'all all know I'm not the editing guru guy, but I show the bad, the good. I don't edit, within the video and take bad shit out. You see what you get. That's just the way it is with me. Yeah, I mean, he's doing fine. He's better, a lot better. But stay tuned. You might want to tune in soon. We've got some stuff coming up. So that's all I'll say right now. Let's go, Brandon. I'll say it. CKM, I can carry in all states unless I get caught. Yeah, and I mean, okay, I won't deny or, whatever, but, there you go. Nope, no FOP in New York or Connecticut. I didn't think there would be. I mean, guy, you could get in trouble for chewing gum there. All right. Well, if y'all don't have any more questions, we can stay on a couple more minutes. If there's anything that anybody really needs to ask, I'll try to answer it, but I'm probably going to jump off. I've got to call somebody back. They were just calling. I've got, my mother was in a car accident, so I've been dealing with that. I appreciate the prayers and all that stuff. It happened over the weekend, so we've been dealing with that. And, that's never a good thing. So everyone, please be safe out there, against bad drivers. Also look out for what you can't prepare for when it comes to that. And I think I did talk about this before. I do have this. This is the new primary arms. One times, this is the new prism scope for the Gemini reticle. It is for a 9mm. So I will be testing this out also. They just came out a little while ago. I'll be putting this on my PCC. It is designed for 9mm or subs, 300 blackout subs, and you can use it on a 12 gauge shotgun. But I'm going to be putting it on my 9mm PCC. running that. I really do like the prism scopes, so I'm excited to see how it's going to work for me. But on a longer barrel, like 16-inch barrel, you sight it in at 50 yards. And then on a shorty, you sight it in at 25 yards. It does have tons of scope mounting ability here. I mean, you can, man, it has all these risers. You can take it up to like 2.0 or 2 point something inches high. And it's got relief where it actually raises it back for you. So pretty excited about trying it out. When you got the CZ TSO, was it very tight? Yes. They are fitted barrels or fitted slides, so they are tight. Matter of fact, on my safety on the side, I could not even flip it with one thumb. I mean, I had to like flip the damn thing with two thumbs. Mine was so freaking tight. I will tell you this too. Reloading from the hot pot, you can get an extended, the big fat extended slide release. Or safety, I'm sorry, the safety lever. You can get it from a Shadow 2 and it will fit the TSO. My TSO has a Shadow 2 ledge on it because the TSO has the narrow one. And when I shoot, I ride that. So I use it as a gas pedal, so to say. So you can switch those with the Shadow 2. It'll go right in there and it gives you a lot wider ledge for your TSO. So just a little tip. That way you can have a gas pedal for this thumb and then you have the gas pedal out there for the other thumb. So if you really want to anchor that thing down. However, my thumbs are so damn long, the factory gas pedal that's out there on the already on the lower, my thumb is longer than that freaking gas pedal. So that's why I took it off and then put the optic rail on the top of mine and put an optic on my TSO. So when you do that, you do have to remove the rear sight though in order to remove the slide. But there's just a little tip if you want that. And you can buy those from CZ. Just regular CZ. You can order the little Shadow 2 thing. It's not expensive. And any competent CZ person can put it in. There are a lot of tiny little parts in there. So you got to hold your tongue just right. I just had my gunsmith just snap it right in. It took him 2 seconds. But for me, it's a pain in the ass. And I do a lot of stuff myself, but I didn't want to jack with that. Because when you take that thing off, it's just like a jigsaw puzzle. It could just blow apart. Found one of my bucket list handguns. Found a guy selling a Shadow 2 single action only near Waco and jumped on it. Can't wait to put some rounds through it. Cool, man. Yeah, I mean, you know, I've said this before. I'm an old school Shadow 2 guy, so I do prefer the double action, single action. But the single action is very nice on that gun. So congratulations, man. It's a great shooter. I think you're really going to enjoy it. And the mags, you can get Metgar mags, so they're very reasonable, or more reasonable even than that's who makes the factory mags is Metgar. So you can just get them regular, and you know you can get the extended base plates from Dawson Precision or what's the other one, Springer Precision. So I've got them for mine. I really like them. But I appreciate y'all so much. We will do this again next Wednesday. If y'all have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I'll get back with you. Hope everyone has a safe night. You know, be aware, keep your head on a swivel with all the weird stuff. If you're out shopping, there's all kinds of hood rats chasing you around. So just be protected. And remember, an unarmed nation is a very weak nation. So we all got to carry on. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night. Take care, everyone.